The Oscars are coming, Milo's leaving, and Gay Weekly Roundtable starts now.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, everyone. We're coming out, and we're coming here to you for another episode of Gay Weekly Roundtable. I am one of your hosts, Adam Salandra. You can find me on social media at Adam Salandra. Tony and Yale are not with us today, but look who's back.
I'm back. I'm so happy to be back. I am Blake McIver. Happy to be back with you again.
So happy to have you. Missed you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. You can find me everywhere at Blake McIver. And I'm super excited to introduce our guest of honor today, Mr. Ross Mathews. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Hi.
So excited to have you.
I'm excited to be here.
I mean, so much to say to you, about you, with you.
Thank you very much.
It's a lot.
Well, I feel like I'm home, too, because I do my podcast, Straight Talk, and we live stream it at straighttalkwithross.com, like 3 studios down.
I love
this
that.
is like
so it's
home for
part
me.
of the family.
Yeah, of course.
I love it. Oh, and I'm doing the leaning in that we said.
We talked about it.
We talked about this, guys. And if you see me leaning, I'm doing it wrong.
We need more rehearsal.
Yeah, what are you going to do? It's only been months of this. How is everyone? Do we have good weeks?
Fantastic.
Great.
Happy, thrilled.
Thrilled.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Same. I mean, doing the best we can in the climate, but it is Oscar season.
Oh, this is the best time of the year.
That helps.
I live for this. I when I was a kid growing up in this farm town, Mount Vernon, Washington, I loved the Oscars and award shows. And my mom and I found this towel at the Salvation Army. It was red, right? So we'd put it on the front porch, and my best friend would come over every award show, and we'd dress up, and my mom would take pictures on the disposable camera that you could like crank and do the thing.
Yes.
And now I get to go to the red carpet. This is only like
beautiful.
my 15th Oscars I've covered, if you can believe that.
Can you believe it? I mean, that must
Yes,
be
I
like.
can believe it. Yeah.
It's so, like, I would just be every year like, this is happening again. I feel like it would never get old when you're dreaming of it.
Yeah.
I can't believe that I didn't do that growing up, a red carpet.
It's a great idea.
But I did create a Rosie O'Donnell set in my basement and did a talk show.
Now, see,
and my
I
little
love that.
sister was John McDaniel.
Of
So we
course.
had that going.
Of course.
Which is really good. I think.
Everybody did that, I think.
I
right?
hope. And now here we are in
here
front
we
of the
are.
mic. I love it. So before we get to the Oscars, because there's a lot to say.
Yes.
Let's talk about some other things in the news. And now we have our political correspondent back, Blake.
Your
thank
reluctant
you.
political correspondent has returned
Love
from
that.
the wars.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
me.
We needed you desperately.
Okay, so we'll just turn to him.
Right,
if we need
yes,
details.
exactly.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot going on. I mean, I feel like we should start with what's most pressing. I feel like today, which, as you know, well, if you don't already know, the Dusty Dorito, since I've seen you last, is the president. And today, well, yesterday it actually happened, but there was been a rescinding of rights for trans kids in schools to be able to use the bathrooms that align with their gender identity. Now, this was something that the Obama administration had put into effect about a year and a half ago. I think it was last May. If I'm not mistaken.
I believe it was May.
But here's the deal: it's not an executive order. It's basically giving the power back to the states, which civil rights should not be a state-to-state thing. We all know that. So here's what you can do. This is I kind of just want to get right to the like.
Right, because
it's terrible. It's wrong. We know it's wrong. So like, let's just take action.
Yeah. Thank you.
My friend, who's an awesome activist, Shane Bitney Crone, who did that wonderful documentary Bridegroom about his past partner, he tweeted today, tell your reps that you want them to protect trans kids. All you have to do is text Congress to 30644. That's it. They'll send you back the information of your congressman, your representative. You get that ball rolling, and you can get immediately in contact. And I feel like that's so important, especially for like young people. We're all on our phones all day anyway, right? So like something that we can text. I was
going to
so
say, finally a text.
It's not like you have to like go to some search.gov.org. Like, you can just text this, get involved, and tell your representatives that you are for protection of trans rights.
I have to say, I'm very awkward when it comes to when you have to make the calls to your senator and leave even in a voicemail.
Oh, really?
I'm awkward, and I thought it was just me.
Good voicemail.
You do?
Hi, it's Ross Mathews.
That's good. I'm sure you do.
I have no doubt.
I just in general, something about the phone. gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know why.
And
it's
I'm
weird.
terrible on the phone too. So there actually are resources that you can go.
Yes.
You can go on HRC. You can go on GLAAD. There are little scripts. Honestly, they have already written them out, and it's fantastic. And it's a way to get your voice heard, and you believe the sentiment. So it's not inauthentic.
Right, of
so
course.
it just helps you organize your thoughts so that you don't have to stumble.
Well, thank you for providing us the info.
Absolutely. It's shocking when you see the news like come up on your phone that this is really happening. You think, wow, did somebody invent a time machine so we can go back to a time when this was acceptable?
Right.
And the good news is that although people can try to make laws and try to restrict, you can't put the culture back in the bottle.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The culture has shifted. We have seen that trans kids can use the bathroom of their choosing, and the world doesn't stop turning, right? And
correct.
To say the least.
Exactly. So I think they can try to do all this stuff, but I believe the culture has shifted. And even if they sort of try to set back the clock legally, that we will prevail because we are a better people.
Absolutely. I do agree. That is the positive thing, is that, like you said, we've gotten to this point and they can try and take things away.
Yes.
But as a society, thank God, here in America, for the most part, people want that and are celebrating love.
Look at when California had marriage equality, and then they took that away in 2008. And yes, they did stop us for a little bit, but they could not put the culture back in the bottle.
Right.
And culture evolved. We evolved. We became better people. They couldn't stop that.
They sure couldn't. And that's a beautiful thing, honestly. I mean, we're moving forward for a reason, and that is one thing. I think a lot of bad things are coming out of this administration, obviously, but it is unifying a lot of groups, a lot of people that are like, well, you're this group, I'm that group. We're all coming together now to say, we are one.
And that's the most important part about this, is the unification within the community that we have had, obviously, problems.
Yeah, kids who are voting now who were not 18 when, like, W. Bush was in office, who only know adulthood when Barack Obama was singing the LGBTQ community's praises from the White House, as opposed to a president coming out and saying, let's amend the Constitution so these people can never get married. So you who, if you are an adult now who didn't know what it was like to be an adult before, when we didn't have a leader like we had, now it is good to wake up, because you probably should have voted in the last election, right? And maybe we wouldn't be where we are now.
And
so it is good that people are waking up.
Exactly. That is a good thing. And because he is a celebrity before this, I think even towards the election, they were interested more than they were. People that weren't into politics were listening to what was happening.
Yes. But I need all those people who are out in the street protesting to show up to the next election day.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. Very important.
That's what I need to have
That's
happen.
really kind of number one. When
protest needs to turn into votes, or nothing is going to change.
Including, not just for president in 2018.
Yes.
Well, that's very important time coming very soon.
I mean,
in
local
your
level,
cities,
yes.
in your cities, there are elections.
We've got elections coming up in March.
Yeah, exactly.
Important things are happening.
All right. You heard it here first. Well, I hope you didn't, but
the only other button point that I just do want to make on this particular issue, because it affects kids, and that is always like a hard one for me to swallow. When our most vulnerable members of our community are under attack, like we're all under attack.
Right.
So it's like it's going to take standing up, and yes, I'm talking to you, white cisgendered gays and lesbians. Unfortunately, we are still sitting at the top of privilege, even within our community, and unless we acknowledge that, we can talk around it in circles all day long, but until we acknowledge that the white cisgender gays and lesbians are still at the top of the totem pole within this community. So if we don't protect the ones that are less privileged than us, we will fall. So we have to do that. Period.
Beautifully
That's
said,
my soapbox.
and absolutely true.
That's my sermon.
Amen,
Thank you. All right. Let's quickly bounce to something lighter, and then we're going to come back to things.
I love bouncing.
Yeah, I do too.
We bounce a lot here.
Britney Ever After.
Britney Ever After, sure.
Now listen, unfortunately, and I'm a huge Britney fan, I didn't see it. Tony was supposed to be our man, our boots on the ground for Britney Ever After, but he's not here. But you saw it. Did you see
yes.
I didn't see it. I interviewed the girl Bassett.
Oh, you did?
Or Bassett. What was her name who played her? Anyway, I interviewed her on my show, but I didn't get a chance to see it. I've been a little busy. It's on the DVR, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, see, I didn't even realize it was coming so soon.
So is it good, bad, or bad, bad, or good, good, bad?
It's all of the above.
Yes, that's what I've heard. I mean,
is,
I've heard things.
The way that I described it, it was somehow everything and yet nothing all at once.
Those are my three favorite things. Can I ask you, did they do the denim on denim scene?
They did, and it was not. But it was
really
not
did it wrong.
correct.
Yeah,
it
you
was
did it
not
wrong.
the correct ensemble.
It was a wrong denim on denim?
It was the wrong denim
was
on
a
denim. It was a
pantsuit.
pantsuit. It was not the dress. And
I'm sorry, she was in a pantsuit. Don't you think you put all of the budget into that scene?
I would
you would
like to think so.
right?
They also got wrong they had a scene that took place right after the Madonna Kiss VMAs, and she
Sure.
came off stage, and she was not in the right bustier with the pearls and the.
What was she in?
She was in another sort of budget bustier.
Here's the deal. No. Have you seen Jackie, the movie Jackie?
Yes. No.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Well, it's beautiful. The
Gorgeous.
movie is some people had issue with the storyline. Blah, blah, blah. The movie is gorgeous.
Yes,
and
yes,
part
it
of it
is.
is the attention to detail. You
Yes.
make a movie, a film about historical moments,
Right,
right?
right.
That we all witness, but we want to go in deep.
Right.
You need to make sure that it is done right.
I agree. First of all, and that's exactly right, Jackie Onassis Kennedy
Yes.
and Britney at the VMAs in her
Yes.
denim pantsuit
Yes.
are two moments in our history that need to be
Yes.
respected.
That especially, and you know who's watching? Do you know who is watching the Britney movie? The gays. And if you don't,
Thank you.
think you're gonna pass by a denim pantsuit over a denim dress, and we're just not gonna notice?
How could I have not thought of something so true and so important?
Absolutely. Please don't try to shortchange us. We demand better
And I
entertainment.
heard there probably wasn't a huge budget on it, like visibly you could tell,
wasn't.
but you put it in the places it does
You put
need
it
to
in
go.
wardrobe and hair, and there was never right hair.
See, listen, I'm so mad that I'm only gonna watch this 12 times.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
it.
not
Then it'll be
12's my
done.
limit.
I think
But it'll
that's
be done.
smart.
Thank you.
But not you're not gonna be happy about it.
I'm gonna be thrilled. No, are you kidding me? I'm
the
gonna be
first
grateful for what I
9.
get. I'm like the orphan Oliver. I'm just like, could I have some more?
Please, some more.
Give me whatever. I'll take whatever. I mean, we're thirsty for more movies. Now, when's the Christina one coming?
Right? I would love the Christina one.
It's
The other
happening.
big problem with
Amazing.
this particular one was
Yeah.
they didn't get any of the rights to Britney's music. So her first big performance is just the I Can't Get No Satisfaction part of the VMAs
Because
that
it's not
went
hers.
into Oops, I Did It Again, the striptease.
Yes.
And then her second big performance was just I Love Rock and Roll. Period.
Really?
Full stop.
Oh wow. So if she covered something, it was
But those were the only two moments because it was like those were the notable covers.
That's
I was like, we didn't even get My
Amazing.
Prerogative. We didn't even get
other covers.
Or like
Other-
a version of like Slap Me Sweetie again.
Yeah.
You know,
Slap
like
Me Sweetie
again.
once more.
Yeah, just give me
They
a
need
version.
you. Lifetime needs to hire you for their creative
I have
team.
been offering my
Yes.
skills as a consultant, but nobody's interested.
Okay, well,
How
slap
dare
me,
they?
sweetie. I think that's you are on to something.
Slap Me Sweetie again.
Again, I like that. I really like that.
All right, I'm gonna suggest it if they
Okay.
ever do another one. Maybe we can do one.
Uh-oh, I did that thing again.
What was it?
No, that's the other song from the movie.
I forgot.
Uh-oh, I did that thing again.
Oh, I did that thing again.
Oh my god, that's fun. That's a fun
Very
game.
fun.
That's like RuPaul does dirty charades, which I always think I'm gonna want to do, and then I keep not doing it
then-
at parties.
Not a not a tween, not yet a lady.
Not a tween.
Oh,
Not a tween. Not
yet
yet
a
a lady.
I wish we could dedicate the rest of the show to that.
Yeah.
And maybe
'Cause I'm
next
just
time we
getting
will.
started.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Yeah. If you hear them, just pop them in throughout the thing.
She's so fortunate.
She's a celebrity.
so fortunate.
Oh my god. It's too much. All right. Even though we're having fun, back to annoying news.
Okay.
Blake, lead us there, please, as you always do.
Fun.
Sorry.
Oh, he's the show downer.
He is, and truly he says reluctant, and it's because we're all like, we want to talk about entertainment, and so it goes to Blake.
I
Let's
don't
bring the
so.
show down one more time to Blake.
Yeah, right. And here we go.
Bringing it down again.
No, actually, this one is I'm happy about this one.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it
that's
has-
true, that's true,
This
actually.
one
You're-
has a good,
very good point.
This is a happy ending.
Yeah, you're right.
And you know, I'm not even going to give this person's name.
Which I love.
This is not.
I just
this is,
clued in where you're going.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
I
not
just clued
about
in.
that. You coined it perfectly, Ross, in your video. We're just gonna call him "How Low Can You Go?"
Yeah. Mhm.
That was.
I
Perfect.
do love that.
That was.
Mostly because I can't pronounce his real name.
But in this case, he who shall not be named, it's perfect.
But see, I feel like that gives him power, and he doesn't have any anymore. So
No,
like,
that
it's
is
just how low can you go?
Mm-hmm.
But this person, this entity, has been bothering. Well, he's been bothering me for years.
Yeah.
But it just seemed to like actually break into the mainstream media consciousness
recently. Yeah.
Well, as the alt-right became powerful.
Right. I guess that's kind of how it happened.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it happens, yes. Uh-huh.
But he's really been trolling all of us, repeatedly. And finally, Yay!
Yes, the downfall.
The only thing that bothers me about this particular downfall is that he said so many other horrible things, and the fact that it was just this one that everyone thinks, oh, you think pedophilia is okay, like that's the only, like as if that's the only offense.
That bothered me too.
And he said so many terrible things. Not, you can't say worse, but like equally awful.
Yeah, but whatever it took to bring him down, I'm glad something brought him down.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to complain about what it was that brought him down, but I'm happy he's down.
Same. But do you think, are there people that don't know, since we didn't say the name, he worked at Breitbart, he was an editor, but no longer.
Has since resigned.
Well, yeah, we're explaining it to you right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Because
well, so it was the first thing was not being, his invitation being rescinded to speak at the conservative, whatever it was. It was a big deal.
CPAC.
There you go.
CPAC, which they give you when you have a cold.
Yeah, except that actually makes you feel better.
I know. I love a good Z-pack.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was first, and then it was right after that he lost his book deal, and then right after that it was I'm resigning.
Yes.
Sure. Go ahead.
Which, when you have to resign from a place that allows you to be the racist, misogynistic, transphobic, you really must have done something.
Yes. But he has a right to do that. He has a right to have those views and to say what he said, whatever he wants to say. He has a right. That's the beautiful thing about this country.
That's true.
And I would never try to take that away from anybody.
Right.
I never would. I never will.
Right.
But we can have an opinion about it.
But exactly.
Yes, and we can. Yes.
That's right. Our opinion is not really a great guy, but now he's gone. But so that was going to be our story, and then magically Ross is our guest today, and Ross gets involved in the story.
This was scheduled a long time ago.
Yeah.
Months ago, for us.
Yeah.
And we were going to talk about him before you even got involved. So the fact that it's all lining up, now we can discuss it. He mentioned you in his resignation speech. Do you know the exact quote? Because I don't. I mean, I know what he said, essentially.
I can paraphrase for you. Listen, I put out a video on my social media yesterday because it was important for me to do so. And today, when I walked in here, is at 1.3 million views, right?
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And if you haven't already seen it, please go check it out right now.
Thank you. And I don't want to go on and on and on about it. So as much as we want to, we're not going to do that here. But because I think I said everything I wanted to say there.
You did.
But he essentially said he was touting his own what he's brought to the table and sort of tooting his own tutor, if you will. And one thing he was bragging about is that because he's been on the scene, he's gotten letters from parents who were, in his words, terrified that their kids would end up like Ross Mathews. And what he meant by that is he was slamming me, saying, because I have a high voice, because I'm effeminate, because I never apologize for any of that, that is somehow less valid as a gay person than him and what he brings to the table. And so my first reaction was complete pride, because I said in the video, I am thrilled to be the antithesis of whatever he is.
Right.
Okay. But then what I worry about is the kids, because I'm strong enough to look at that and laugh and go, that's so ridiculous. That's so dumb. But I know that the community and the culture is still thirsty and starving for a representation, especially as for people like me, and for anybody who feels outside of the norm, even outside of the norm of what being gay should be.
Right.
I mean, you look at Grindr, no fats, no femmes. You look at all that. There is a. It's one thing just to be gay and circle with that. Now, to be not the right kind of gay within the gay community, is a double fuck.
Right.
Right? Can I say that?
Please,
Sorry.
Please. It's out now.
So what I wanted to do is I wanted to speak to the kids. I want them to hear my message and not his message.
Right.
I want them to hear the message that says, the best thing you could ever be is exactly who you are, and you are loved, and you will find love in your lifetime.
Yeah.
Not, you are not the right kind of this, and therefore you are not worthy. That's what he says, and he has a platform. So the reason why I spoke out and made that video is because I wanted my message to resonate louder.
I can't tell you enough how great I think the video was.
Thank you.
Because especially dealing with someone like him, I don't know how you didn't include snark or anger in there.
I don't have any of that. I don't have that.
Which is beautiful. But even beyond that, it was, this isn't about him. This isn't about me. This is for the children. and it was so genuine. I loved it. So please go on. I don't know if it's anywhere else but Facebook, but it's on Facebook.
I put it on all my social, Hello Ross and everything. And I shouldn't have sworn, and I didn't swear in the video either because I want it to be for the kids. What I'm so proud about is I got so many messages from mothers and fathers saying that they played the video yesterday for their kids, for little kids, because they could say it. So I swore here because I know the kids that watch this are a certain age that can handle it.
No.
So I want
you put out the good message to the public.
But I that's why I didn't cancel today, because I don't want to be in the middle of a feud. This is not a feud. I'm not fighting with him. No, I'm not responding to him. I'm using his vial as a platform to talk to the kids.
Right, and I think it was so beautifully and genuinely done. So truly, thank you for that. I love it.
It was really fantastic.
Thank you.
Watching it on actually when you sent me the link, I watched it immediately, and I was on my way home, like walking down Santa Monica Boulevard through the neighborhood, like home from the gym, and I'm like watching this on my phone and like tearing up. People are looking at me like,
Same.
What,
I was
what
so
is he going
happy.
through? I was like, it's fine.
And then we wrote about it today. Everyone's writing about it. Yeah.
And it is a good message. And you know what? I promise you that more people heard me say that than heard him say what he said.
100%. And thank God for that.
Thank God for that. Amen.
All right.
Okay, so there you go.
So it was a good one.
It was, but
a happy ending.
No Oscars, let's face it.
Okay.
Now it's time to get comfy.
Break it down.
It's we're gonna do a little Oscars preview, just talk about it. But you, of course, will, as we've said, be on the red carpet.
Yeah, I told you I live for this stuff. I love it. I'll be on E's red carpet. I cover all day. This year I'm doing all the, when it's early and you turn on and you're like, what could they possibly talk about for like 3 hours before they start talking about what they'll be talking about, right? I'm doing all that.
I disagree. I 100% think there's more than that.
See, I do as well. I could talk about it all. I mean, I could start broadcasting now live and just until it happens.
It might be a good idea.
It's not a bad idea. We have so much fun in store for you. Really, I mean, I love when we do makeovers. We'll have makeovers. I love when we do games. We have games. I love when we have animals that are related to the movie. We have animals related to the movie. I love all that stuff. And then that leads up to fashion stuff, and then that leads up to the red carpet with Ryan, Juliana, myself, and Zuri Hall. We'll be there as the stars are arriving. I cannot wait. I just can't wait. I can't believe I get to be there. I see, what I love about the Oscars is you look right here and you're seeing Cate Blanchett and the gowns that are now iconic and everybody knows about it. You're looking there and Oscar winners, and you look over here and there's like a porta potty.
Yeah,
and
right.
You're right. And you just use the porta potty.
Well,
and it sort of, as much as I always dreamt of Hollywood and wanted to touch it, knew it's an idea and it's tangible at the same time. What I love about being there is it's exactly as magical as you want it to be, and then it's exactly a porta potty.
Right. It's exactly still
real.
Hollywood Boulevard.
It's people.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love it.
Is there anyone in all these years, or maybe you haven't seen them yet?
Look, I just got the email with the script, the rundown, just now. Just came through.
Oh, amazing.
Just right here. Just came in.
He's going to swipe it open. We're going to hear all the secrets.
I
love that.
Yeah. What were you asking me? Sorry.
That's okay. Anyone who has in the past, or maybe you haven't met yet, that's still intimidating to you on the carpet? I mean, it's been so many years.
Intimidating, listen, I'm still attracted to the idea of celebrity.
Sure.
I'm still into it. I'm still in awe of it, and I still honor the moments and all that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I host a talk show, Hollywood Today Live. We're national. If we don't air in your market, you can watch us on Hulu. And so I interview like 3 different celebrities every single day. So it's actually made me so much better because it's sort of gotten me past the of it a little bit.
Sure.
That being said, when you meet someone like Jane Fonda or you meet Sidney Poitier, and I've interviewed them, I've interviewed just about everyone you can imagine.
Yeah.
When you meet that kind of figure, it is humbling. Humbling.
Sure.
I don't get nervous, but I am humbled by it.
Yeah, you take a step back and you're like, wow, this is, like we said, this is my life.
Yeah, I do it after. I do it after the fact.
Yeah.
I don't do it before or during.
You're a professional.
Yeah,
first and
that's
foremost.
there you go. Honey, let's not be crazy. Too far.
All right. I thought I'd throw it in there.
Thank you.
Well, I love that. So who are we rooting for when it comes to this season?
I mentioned Jackie. I love Natalie Portman's performance in that movie. I don't think she's going to win.
I don't either, but I'm rooting for her. I would love another Natalie Portman Oscar.
I think she was so good in that. I loved Ryan Gosling in La La Land.
Yeah.
I really did. I really liked Moonlight. You know what movie was my favorite movie of the year?
What?
Oh, do you want to guess? Let's go around.
Okay.
It's
that's nominated?
It's nominated for Best Picture. And it's my favorite movie of the year.
I want to say Lion.
Oh my God, it's Lion! bad.
Because everyone's been loving Lion.
Yeah.
Suddenly, like this week, I'm suddenly hearing
Really?
such a huge.
I saw it a month or so ago, and I just went, well, that's the best movie I've seen in a really long time.
Yes, I need to see it.
I was so moved by it and loved it, and Dev Patel went from like, oh, cute, to like, he's movie star hot.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, he's an incredible actor too.
And
he's
also very unbelievably
But let's talk about
attractive.
what's important.
I was watching in my house.
Gorgeous on screen.
The scene came in, he's like in bed, right? And I pause, and I'm not even a superficial kind of guy, right? I just, I love all different everything.
Sure.
And I'm not the guy that like, oh, hubba, hubba, ha, right?
Right.
But I was watching my partner, and I paused, and I go, when did that happen?
Right, sometimes there's just
That's
questions
amazing.
to be asked.
Yeah. Like when?
I was looking at what happened.
I didn't receive an email about that.
That is so funny.
Have you seen The Lion?
I have.
Because
Yes.
you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh yes.
When did
Yeah.
that happen?
So he's not a slumdog anymore.
No.
Oh
He's-
no.
He's a
I always
lion
thought
now.
he was cute. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
in the old lady, the Golden Girls Hotel, right? The movies. He was a little bitty twink, right?
Yeah.
And that's great too.
Wait, you actually mean in Golden Palace he was in that?
No,
Oh, I
the Golden
forgot.
Girls Hotel movies, the Golden Marigold.
Marigold. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Saw
That's
it.
what I thought you meant. Then I was like,
Yeah.
wait, if he means Golden Palace, I need to
No.
stop for a second because that'd be beyond amazing. He probably
That
wasn't
would be
alive then, but
but no, he's a movie star now, gorgeous.
Yeah, good for
gorgeous.
him.
And so great, and nominated, and I would vote for him to win supporting actor too.
Yeah.
oh, I love that.
Yeah. I'm most excited to just watch Viola finally accept her Oscar.
Wait, she doesn't
Right.
have one?
No.
Oh, that's great
They should
news.
give her the one she lost for the help while
Thank
she's
you.
there.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
I think just to cut that out of my mind and thought she won for that.
Well, we all
wasn't
did,
sad.
but
I guess
yeah,
so.
no, Meryl won for
Meryl
the
won.
Iron Lady that year.
I have a question about Meryl,
Mm-hmm.
and let's not get it twisted. I love her, but
Uh-oh. Of
course.
do we think we're just insisting that we nominate her every year?
No, she earns it.
She does.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm asking.
There's one movie she
two
didn't
reasons
earn it for, but
What is
I'm not
it?
going to tell
Okay,
you what it
that's
is. But I
fine.
cannot believe she was nominated for this one, but I'm not
But
going
I
to.
haven't seen this film, but when I saw previews, so I know nothing about it.
Florence
I just,
Foster Jenkins?
Yeah,
Oh.
it just seemed like it wasn't going to be that kind of movie.
She's really good at
See it?
it.
I mean, she's
was
always good.
Fantastic.
It
Now,
was.
I have an obsession with like notably famous horrible singers. Like I have huge collections
you already
of
knew
records. And,
Flo.
Florence Foster Jenkins is an icon to me.
I love that.
Mrs. Miller from the '60s, equally. Wing in the '90s. Like there are these people. There
Yeah,
are these
yeah.
touchstones of horrible singing that
Okay.
that I really get into, and her performance is every bit beautiful and heartbreaking and complex, and
Right?
it was exquisite.
Right.
Like I was
And there's-
overwhelmed.
Out of the blue, there's syphilis.
Out of the blue.
Out of the blue,
Just
as
out
it
of the
as
blue.
it happens.
This is a plot twist.
It is a plot twist. It totally
Totally
was.
Is it a spoiler alert for those of us
No,
who
not
No.
really. Not really.
But I didn't see syphilis coming.
No.
Yeah, well,
of
so-
all things.
what are
I
you
think
gonna
I
do?
speak for everybody in the history of humankind.
Just didn't see syphilis coming.
Okay, well,
But yeah, no, this one was
Thank you for
this one
proving me
was
wrong.
majorly
How about
deserved.
Hugh Grant in that movie?
Yeah, Hugh Grant
he
was
should have been
spectacular.
nominated.
Yeah,
he
he was
was,
great.
so
he
great.
was
Well,
brilliant.
guys, this is why I shouldn't speak on movies that I haven't seen, which unfortunately this year is most of them.
Ask me more about movies. I'll tell you everything you need to know. I can tell you what to avoid.
Yeah, of the list.
Oh, no, I actually can't
Oh,
say it.
yeah, no,
I'll tell
of
you
course
off
you
the
can.
air. But there
Okay.
are a couple I would avoid.
From the list. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I
Do you have a list? I can point.
have an issue. I have to go to the theater, or if I'm sitting at home, I get too antsy and I can't sit through a movie. And so I've seen La La Land, and that's it.
I'll tell you the worst thing about me is that
had to pinpoint.
they send me the movies
Right.
and now I don't go to the theater because I'm just like ugh.
Right.
Okay,
So if they don't send it to me, I'm just like ugh.
but that's what's happening to me. But now I don't sit at home and watch them, and now I'm seeing none of them, and I'm failing myself.
They should sell skinny popcorn in the movie theater and maybe I'd go.
Such a
Yeah,
you've
that's
got
a
my
good
family
idea.
into that, by
That's
the
a
way.
good idea.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
And they literally have not paid me a penny.
That's a shame.
They sent me a box of
I
skinny
think we need a
pop.
straight
Well,
talk
that's
sponsor.
nice. Yeah.
But can I would like to revolution, and nobody's asked me, so let me fill you
Yeah,
in. You didn't want to know, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would really like to revolutionize the snack system at the movie theaters,
Okay,
right?
now I'm into this.
Okay, because so you go to the movie, you're trying to be healthy. What's your option? Not a damn
Actually,
thing.
literally nothing.
Starving.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just being
Not a
hungry.
damn thing.
That's your
Yeah,
option.
yeah.
What I have noticed, and I appreciate it and I applaud it, is they have brought to the table alcohol at a lot of movie theaters. Okay, now
Yes.
I can get through a movie without a drink, but it makes it a whole lot easier.
Sure.
You
Yep.
get a Pinot Grigio and a side of ice.
It doesn't
Thank
hurt.
you so
It doesn't
much.
hurt.
That
Thank
is
you.
so real.
You're so welcome.
That is so
Thank
real.
you so much.
Thank
but
you.
Why do they? Why do they not sell at a place where you can buy a Whopper, a candy Whopper. When's the last time someone woke up and said, I want a Whopper?
Yeah.
No one says that.
Truly.
But you can't buy a bag of carrot sticks with a little ranch dipper.
And you know what?
Wouldn't you buy that?
Yes.
Thank you.
At the very least, we're in LA right now. Why are they not starting it here?
Why would you not make a little snack tray with like watermelon, jicama, and cucumber sliced up with like tahini and lime on it? You could sell that in it. Why
Sounds
would
great.
you not sell Skinny
Truly,
Pop? Why would you not do that?
They did start selling edamame at the Grove.
We're inching,
Pacific Theaters at the Grove.
closer.
So that's like one.
Well, I heard.
And I will not rest.
You are all here for the good causes.
Ross has a mission.
I don't even need fancy edamame. Just give me some baby
A
carrots.
carrot stick.
Yeah,
Carrots.
is that too much to ask for?
Carrots
Give
with
him a
some
horse's
fat-free
meal.
Hidden Valley.
Yeah. Could I beg for a pop chip?
A rice cake
chip.
here and there.
Yes.
All right,
saying.
that seems
We're
fair.
trying here.
I heard since movie sales are declining, they're
Yeah.
going to start doing. They're already starting like with you have the bed and you have the blanket and you
They
can
do
order
that.
food. But I think healthy is such a simple.
I
fix.
went to the movie like that one time to a movie theater where it was like nice.
where it's
and
like flying first
And they
class.
breathe you. They would first class and they bring you a menu and they bring you food.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it was It was 12 Years a Slave. And I was laying there and they were like
no.
food and I was like, I don't. You know what? I don't need anything. I'm
Like,
good.
yeah, that'd
don't
be
bring
horrible.
me. Give me. I'm good. I'm sitting. So I have never been back. But I'll tell you what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All of this is a moot point. They're not. We're never going to revolutionize the movie theater. The movie theater is going to become Blockbuster because they're all just going to be available day of on your controller.
Right,
TVs
right.
are getting bigger.
Right.
Internet's getting
Yep.
faster. There's no reason.
Yeah,
I'm
when you
such
can
a TV
stream-
person anyway, so I do love that. But then I can't sit through a movie. I can watch show, but something about a commercial break, I'm like, ooh, I'm free, even though I fast forward through it. I don't know. These are my issues. Like,
See,
can
I
talk to him.
remember, and then this is so not important, but I'm going to tell you. So I binge watched The Good Wife until the final season. Okay? And then I watched the final season like a pilgrim. Like, I waited for Sunday, and there were commercials, right?
Yeah.
And you should have seen me, like, watching live TV with a commercial.
no, that
I was just beside myself. What is this?
literally
minutes.
when
That
I
was
have
me
to do
every
that.
season of Mad Men.
Right,
I
really?
watched it like
I never, unless
religiously.
my DVR doesn't record something and then I have to. And even then I think, you know, all my life this is what life was. This is a relatively new invention. How
Doesn't matter.
did I get through it?
Now I don't watch a new show until it's in its 6th season because
So you can just go straight
I did,
to-
Yeah, I did it with Game of Thrones 5th season, and I caught up. Now I'm caught up.
See,
Right.
yeah, I
I'm
did
waiting.
that.
I still got another season until I can start watching The Americans. This
Oh
is
yeah,
how it works.
yeah,
I love
that's
your.
real.
That's a great
It's
plan.
great. I just watched The Sopranos.
Great. So you have a lot to
Great.
catch up on. You're
Not
okay.
great. Not a damn. I mean, that didn't have commercials anyway, but no downtime in between.
That's beautiful.
That's
I did that with
beautiful.
Game of Thrones 4 seasons, and then once I caught up, I was like, oh, now you have to wait.
I know.
First of all, a year, then a week.
The only way to watch that show is to binge watch it, because I
have to.
Because ask me what the storyline
I was
is
gonna
right
say,
now.
not to
I
mention.
have no
Right.
clue.
Right.
The characters, I had to, between each one, quick pause, read a review, read a recap, got it, and then go back in, and yet, love it.
I would watch it and then, but have the Wikipedia page for
Exactly.
that episode.
just up.
How do you
just
not?
ready.
I mean, who are the brave people to just get it, and they're just all in? God bless them. I love that.
I love that too. Anyway, you didn't ask me any of that.
But I do want to go back to the Oscar things
Yeah.
for a moment,
Please.
because I want to ask you, Ross. In the years that you've been on the carpet, is there any Oscar red carpet moment that was more spectacular in person than it looked on television? Because I always find that
that's a great-
fascinating. Like, you know, you see the iconic dresses, was there one thing that you were like, I thought that was amazing, and no one like talked about it the next day?
I mean, like, okay, do you remember when Gwyneth Paltrow wore that Alexander McQueen and people sort of hated on it? Do you remember back in like 2002?
Oh, way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was gorgeous in real life, but that was also the night that we became best friends and I met her, and then we're still best friends
So
forever.
that'll
So
stick,
that
it,
was
stick,
special.
stick in your
But I
mind.
never understood what people hated that dress so much.
Right,
You know.
right.
I'm trying
Because I feel like it happens year after year, like where something will really be a win on the carpet, but you know, it's not well received.
Yeah. Because I know I've said the sentence like, yeah, but you guys, like in person, like
Right.
it's so much pinker.
Right.
Right.
Brie Larson's dress last year, people didn't like it, and I loved it. I thought it was so 70s and so amazing, but
Yeah.
nobody remembers that. So no, I can't think of one particular one that you would remember.
Those were good ones, though.
That was okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I liked those.
Very great
I
contribution.
liked those.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you. And then, have you guys seen Moonlight?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now that one I will be watching no matter where it is. I still haven't gotten around to it, but what are the chances of that? What could that win? Director?
No, it's going to win supporting actor and probably screenplay.
Great, as long as it's getting some recognition. Because of course I know everything about it, just haven't seen it.
I loved Mahershala Ali was so great in that movie, but for a very, very short time. I saw it after he won the Critics' Choice and was getting a bunch of buzz. So I was very, when someone's going to win the Oscar, you're excited to watch it.
Yeah.
And then there's this part where like he's in it for like 15 minutes, and then they say something where he's no longer in the movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Is there a dream sequence?
It was kind of jarring. Yeah.
Wow. Because it's kind of 3 chapters of his life, right? I do know that.
It's told so authentically. It's so without flash or bells and whistles. Like it's so you are living in these moments, and which is what's so beautiful about the whole
film. But what a testament to
film.
his performance that it is a short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
but
true?
They're all great.
Yeah.
All 3 incarnations of the character are so phenomenal.
I can't
More people
wait.
from that movie should be nominated.
Yes.
Naomi Harris is.
Yeah.
Can I bring something up? We were doing predictions and who will win, should win every day on Hollywood Today Live. And Best Supporting Actress was yesterday. And I said should win was for supporting actress is Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
For Lion.
Right.
And everybody was like, why not Viola Davis?
Because that's a leading role.
Because Viola Davis should be winning for lead actress.
Lead actress.
Why did
Absolutely,
they do that?
100%.
They did that because they thought she'd have a better chance to win supporting. But it is a leading performance. And she's good enough to win lead.
She's rarely off screen in Fences.
She would have won leading actress. It's so infuriating when they do that.
I think that too. And first of all, I know there's many differing opinions. I enjoyed La La Land, and I thought Emma Stone was good. But I don't think that she was like, she wouldn't, Viola could have taken, I haven't even seen it, but I know Viola. She could have taken it. So that's a weird thing that they do.
I'm not bashing Emma Stone, but I'm thinking that Viola Davis could have won.
That's
Absolutely.
what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It just...
And so I don't know why they do that. Here's Ross Mathews already. I just complained that the one guy, the supporting actor, was too short and the Viola Davis was too long. So you can't make me happy.
But,
you can't make me happy.
Believe
but
me,
Judi Dench won an Oscar for being on screen for what? 8.5 minutes?
Yes.
Was Viola nominated for something in the past where she was on for just one scene?
Doubt.
She was nominated for Doubt.
So there you go. Let's just give it to her. She deserves it.
She's gonna win.
But she could have taken it.
I'm just ready to watch her receive the recognition.
And then
that she
she'll
deserves.
only have missing one of the EGOT. Which one will it
Does she need a Grammy?
She won an Emmy. She won a Grammy. I think she won a Tony for Fences.
It must be Grammy.
Yeah.
It must be Grammy.
Yeah.
Grammy.
Time to put out an album, girl.
Yeah.
We'll support you.
Can you imagine
Davis
just like
sings the classics.
That'd be so good.
Right.
That would be everything.
Oh, I hope so.
That would be everything.
Oh my gosh, well that's amazing.
Don't you wish she played the viola?
I'm sure she does. She was like, I am very talented, but I've missed an opportunity. All right, so we love you on Hollywood Today Live.
Thank you very much.
We love you on the red carpet.
Thank you.
I love Straight Talk.
I love that you're a listener.
But let me tell you what I love about it, because I already mentioned Rosie, and I don't know if this is your intention. I don't know why I'm losing my words, but you press sound effects, songs come up, very reminiscent of Rosie back in the 90s.
Tommy, can you hear me?
Thank you. Exactly. And I love that.
I thank you so much for listening. The podcast is very special to me. We're like 145 episodes in, and we have such a strong family. And it is I take from people who have inspired me. From Jay Leno, in terms of he was so kind to all of his guests and kind to me. From Rosie, who created the energy and atmosphere that made me want to be there every time I watched. Right. And then Howard Stern, who I listen to every single day. In terms of like, he is has a very, everything is through the Howard lens, right?
Yes.
So I sort of try to bring all those elements to my podcast. I'm very proud of it. We're really fun. I started it after my talk show Hello Ross on E went away, and I wanted to create something that was just about connecting and creating. Creating and connecting. And so I got everything and everyone out of my way. Nobody can tell me what to do or not do on Straight Talk with Ross.
Beautiful.
It's
so
beautiful.
wonderful.
And
so we do it wrong a lot, and it's a total mess a lot, but it's my mess, and I love it.
But that's why I think people are drawn to it. And because you all are such a family, and I can tell you're a family with the fans as well.
Yes, we have this teen talker in New York who's a teen, is Jordan, 16 years old. He does a show after our show called Straight After, where he hosts. And Daria, one of my co-hosts, is in New York visiting, and she just met up for coffee with Jordan, and they did a live video on our Facebook page.
Fun.
And so we are connecting with all our listeners.
It's amazing.
All the time.
I love it.
Thank you.
Now, you know what else I love is that you're on Drag Race now.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I can't stand it.
I started in season 7. I did season 8. I did All Stars, and then season 9 is coming up.
Yeah. Are you now? Obviously, you can't give anything away, but Did you enjoy it? What you saw? It's going to be a good season. Okay.
It's great, you guys.
I can't wait.
There's every feel.
Good. That's what I liked.
That's the best. That's the
I
best
need to be
kind of Drag
laughing.
Race
I need
season.
to be crying, and I need to be like, more tea, please. And I think we'll receive it all. Not to mention the talent, of course.
It's a whole buffet of every feel.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, good.
That's all I ever asked for.
That's so exciting.
All Stars was an intense time.
Intense.
And I
it was
love it.
easy to judge All Stars because they were all amazing.
And then you,
Right.
you sipped martinis.
and we didn't eliminate.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You can't beat that.
That's right.
We just had
That's
root beer
right.
floats and hung out.
I love that.
It was great.
I love it. I loved your Lady Gaga story from...
Oh my gosh.
Did you hear it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know, Lady Gaga is the first guest this upcoming season of Drag Race. And Ross had a beautiful moment with her.
The most amazing story you've ever, Gaga story. I mean, there's nothing better. And I was she essentially came up and told me that, like, with the Golden Globes when she won, she was nervous, but she saw me on TV say, I'm looking for Gaga, so she said, let's do this for Ross. Right. And so this whole time, and we made icon. It was this crazy story. And so, the whole time I kept it a secret for like 4 or 5 months, and I finally told it on Hollywood Today Live, and that video got like 900,000 views.
Amazing.
By the way, the Gaga fans are amazing. But as I said it, and then I walked off camera for commercial break, I was like, oh, I'm so glad I said it. And they were like, great story. And then I had this moment of panic, like, that's how it happened, right?
Can you imagine?
Real?
Like something that, like, because like I hadn't said it in 4 months, 5 months. So I was like, wait, right? And then World of Wonder and Rue, and everybody started retweeting it. All those people were standing there when it happened. I'm like, thank God.
Good.
Okay, I had witnesses.
Yeah,
it
this
was
is how it
correct.
that is good.
This
Of
is how it
course.
was.
Cameras are all rolling, so somewhere that footage exists.
Yes.
Just so you know. So if it
How
was ever disputed,
did you
I would have
hold that
evidence.
in for months? I mean, you had to, but...
Because I'm sure I'd have to pay millions of dollars if I told
That
it.
helps.
So
Right.
that
Right.
helps.
Incentive.
Plus, the people the World of Wonder is the production company that makes that show with Rue. They worked together with RuPaul for a long time. They are the most extraordinary people, and I would never do anything to jeopardize what they put out into the world because it's so great what they
really
do.
is.
Yeah, I am.
And then you got a great story just in time for the race.
I gotta tell you, let me tell. I didn't meet Gaga one time. I walked into Pump, Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant.
Oh yes,
I was meeting
love
people
it.
at 5 o'clock, right, for a happy hour, a meeting of some kind. And I got there a little early, and I walked in. There were 3 people sitting at the bar. This is before I met her, right? 3 people sitting at the bar, empty, completely empty, except for a bartender. It was 2 guys and a woman, and I walked by. I'm like, hello. Because it was her, and she was just like, hello, like that. And I was like, oh my. So I sat just over there, and I purposefully like sat with my back to her because I'm like, I
didn't want to.
You can't be staring.
I will not stare. I will not ruin her afternoon. She's clearly here when no one's here.
No one's here.
She wants to
Pump
just be
happy hour. I've done it. I've gone at 5
So
to
have
beat
I.
the
It's a
crowd.
beautiful time to go.
And so I kicked myself for about 1.5 years because I thought I would rather live in a world where Gaga knew who I was, And now this happens.
did.
So now I know next time I walk somewhere and she's there, I will say, Gaga! And we'll hug.
I love... I mean, that's the dream. That happened to me with Anna Nicole, except... not the good outcome. Like, I almost saw her at something, and I was like, it's fine. I meant to see her again and meet her, but then it didn't happen. So I'm happy for you.
Well, you're the new bummer.
Brought it down.
Right,
a little
seriously.
bit.
No, I'm
See,
waiting.
there's some downers in entertainment news,
Wow.
too. Sorry.
I'm waiting for my Viola Davis
Yeah.
payoff story,
Yeah.
my payoff moment, because I had the bad,
The almost.
not bad, but
where
just
you
the
could
like.
have. Yeah.
Like it was literally in Sherman Oaks at the mall, and she was, and you know those escalators, how small they are in that particular mall. They're like really tiny, and she's coming down. You have to go single file, and I'm like not paying attention, and I'm on my phone being garbage. And,
it's life.
I'm heading towards the escalator, and then of course I realize that's the down one, not the up one, and so I look up, and the only person on the escalator is Viola Davis.
of all ways.
And she's coming down, and I just stopped and just froze. And I'm usually pretty good in these scenarios,
But
and
there's
I just
certain people.
lost complete control. And I just gasped, and I bowed to her as if it was the Queen of England. She got to the bottom of the stairs, and I just did like a head bow curtsy.
Oh,
And
good.
she said-
Combo.
She looked at me, and she just chuckled and smiled and
Well,
floated
that's beautiful.
on
So you had a
by.
moment. You had a moment.
So you made her smile. That's a great moment.
It's a great moment,
Absolutely.
but I was just mad at myself that I just was
She may remember it.
I don't know.
There's no way she remembers.
There's no
well,
way.
okay.
That is so
That's real.
cute. Yeah. She's busy. But that is so
I
sweet.
love it. Okay,
That
now
is
listen.
I love that.
I do
That's
too.
a good
Just a
one.
moment.
I have a quick confession for you
Yeah.
before we wrap up. Your career is genuinely one that I'm like, that's my dream career. You're getting to talk for a living. You got judge on Drag Race. But here's what solidified this for me when I hear you talk about Palm Springs. When I think if I could have the perfect life, it'd be all Ross's jobs, but also that Palm Springs life.
I am so fortunate. I have a house in Palm Springs, and I go there every single weekend.
Yes.
And
wasn't it just featured in the LA Times?
Yeah,
it's
isn't
amazing.
that crazy? I know.
It's amazing.
That's crazy. I love it. I live my life like an active senior. Okay, my job, Hollywood Today Live, requires me to get up really early. Okay,
right.
So I'm lucky that I'm live to the East Coast and I'm done at 10 a.m. So I get in my car Fridays at 10 a.m. and I drive to Palm Springs. And let me tell you about my life in Palm Springs.
Yes,
and
please do.
Listeners who aren't around here, viewers who are not around here, Palm Springs is about an hour 45 door to door for me outside of LA, right?
Yep.
So I go, and Friday night I play trivia at 5:30. Okay, it's 5:30 to 6:30.
Yes.
I'm really good. And then we go to Fish Tacos from 6:30 to 7:30. At which point we then walk to Spurline, which is the bar, and I watch show tunes.
Love Spurline
Friday
show
nights.
tunes.
Then I wake up Saturday, and then I'm in bed.
Sure.
Then I wake up Saturday morning and I do the penny slots.
I love
I
that.
go to Walmart because I like to just watch it. You have to see what's going on. So walk around Super Walmart.
Yes.
Okay? I don't really buy anything.
Yeah,
Right?
well, sure.
Because they got a rotisserie chicken for $4, and that's a rat. That's not a chicken.
Makes you think.
That's a
Makes you
rat.
wonder.
Yes, a big fat rat. And then we do bingo 11 to 2, and then show tunes again that night. And on Sunday we do games. It's oversized Yahtzee and Connect Four. And this is everything. This town, and we in the middle of everything we go to happy hour. We go to early dinner. We go to garage sales. We go antiquing. This is the dream life. Palm Springs is the chicest.
It truly is.
It's become very, very chic, and now there's great food. Modernism Week is happening right now. My partner Salvador designed a room in the Christopher Kennedy Modernism Week house. He's gotten a lot of coverage for that, and it's just, we are so proud to be part of it. I just got a star on the Palm Springs Walk of Fame in Palm Springs. I'll be mayor I'm running for mayor in 2032, so I appreciate your vote.
Yes.
You have it.
Yeah.
You
Thank you.
have
Most
it, sir.
definitely.
Every hour is happy hour.
The declarations come
my
down
plan.
from the tower.
I love it.
Executive
I love
order.
it. Oh, God.
It's literally a schedule. I'm going to go back and listen to this and start doing it. Not to be a stalker, but to live that life. I mean, I'm not kidding. I think about it constantly.
Here's what you do. You schedule a weekend.
Yeah.
You text me. I'll give you the entire
Great.
rundown. And you just come along for the ride and
I
see if you
truly
enjoy
will.
it.
I already
Perfect.
know I'll be in love.
Great.
So thank you.
You're welcome. $3 bottomless mimosas.
Yes.
That's the other thing.
Look
Everything
at what
it's
God will
penny
do.
slots. It's happy hour. Like anyone can go and experience what your Walmart buying nothing at Walmart.
Listen, not exactly aspirational living, but
And yet for me, my
I don't know.
literal
I don't know.
dream.
It sounds pretty aspirational.
It's my
It sounds pretty
actual
great.
dream life. So
I love it.
That's beautiful.
I do love it.
I love it. Well, is there anything before we wrap up that we didn't mention that people need to see and watch?
No, I'm just proud of you guys. I want to thank
thank
you for
you.
doing this kind of program. I think it's important. You know, we talk about the kids. This is the medium that the kids are using. So this is great for them to see. And I love that we joke about being downers and all that, right?
Right.
But like life is full of every spectrum of conversation. They all need to be had. So
Absolutely.
keep having those conversations.
Thank
okay?
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. I love
Thank
that. And thank
you.
you for coming because
Yes.
we
Of
were
course.
very excited to have you.
Good timing too.
Yes,
I know.
amazing timing.
I was
They
like,
call
well,
it
that.
a good booking, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
Like the world just worked
That
out.
all worked
The
out.
stars aligned.
Thank you. And
And
thank
have
you.
an amazing Oscar Sunday.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
can't
We'll
wait to
happily
see
watch
you.
it.
Thank you. And watch. I'll be tweeting and doing a bunch of stuff on my social media.
Sure.
So it's Hello Ross on everything.
Great.
And so check that out. And the podcast is straighttalkwithross.com and Straight Talk with Ross on Facebook.
Love it. Listen
you.
to it all,
Awesome.
everyone. Thank you
Yes.
for tuning in. I'll see you next time. I'm Adam Salandra. You can find me on social at Adam Salandra.
And I'm Blake McIver, and you can find me everywhere at Blake McIver.
Bye.
And I'm Lady Gaga's best friend. You can find me.
Yes.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.